Welcome back. In this module we're going to map out the entire MRCP pathway from start to finish. Before looking at revision strategies or exploring the individual exams, it's important to understand the overall journey, what the stages are, how they fit together, and what a realistic timeline looks like for a working junior doctor. Many candidates begin preparing for the MRCP without appreciating how the different parts of the examination link together. The result can be inefficient study, unnecessary anxiety, and an unfocused approach. A clear roadmap gives structure and helps you plan when to sit each exam and how to pace your progress. Understanding this roadmap also allows you to adopt the most effective preparation style: steady, consistent revision over time, not cramming in the final few weeks. The MRCP covers a huge breadth of knowledge, and it simply isn't an exam that you can prepare for at the last minute. The candidates who perform best are those who build understanding gradually, with regular short periods of study integrated into their week. The MRCP consists of 3 examinations: Part 1, Part 2, and PACES. Part 1 is the gateway to the entire process. Once you've passed Part 1, you're eligible to sit either Part 2 written or PACES. Most candidates choose to take Part 2 before PACES, but this is not a requirement. First, let's look at how tough each section is. Understanding typical pass rates helps set realistic expectations and reminds you why timing and consistent preparation matter. According to recent published data from the Federation of the Royal Colleges of Physicians, results across the 3 exams show clear differences in difficulty. Part 1 remains the most challenging stage in terms of pass rates. In the 2025 second diet, the first attempt pass rate for UK trainees was 35%, meaning about 2/3 of candidates fail on their first attempt. This reflects the broad knowledge required and underscores the importance of sitting Part 1 at the right stage in training. Part 2 written has higher pass rates than Part 1. Typical UK pass rates in recent diets fall in the region of 55 to 65%. Candidates who perform well in Part 1 generally find that their deeper clinical reasoning skills help them succeed here. PACES historically has higher pass rates than both the written exams. Recent UK pass rates commonly sit around 65 to 75% depending on the diet. This reflects the fact that candidates usually delay PACES until they have established stronger clinical experience and examination technique. The purpose of sharing these numbers is not to alarm you, but to reinforce a key principle. The MRCP rewards early planning, the right timing, and sustained methodical preparation. Part 1 assesses broad, core medical knowledge across all major specialties. The questions are wide in scope and test your grounding in science and general medicine. Most candidates prepare for Part 1 during F2 or early IMT or CT years. A typical preparation period is 3 to 6 months, but the key is consistency. Short, frequent study sessions are far more effective than leaving your revision to the final month. The sheer volume of information makes last-minute cramming unrealistic for most candidates. Passing Part 1 is an important achievement and allows you to progress to the next exams. Part 2 written builds on Part 1 with more detailed vignettes and integrated clinical reasoning. Although you may sit it at any point after passing Part 1, many candidates choose to complete it before PACES, and this is what I recommend you do too. Preparation again benefits from a steady, long-term approach. Candidates who try to compress several months of content into a short window before the exam usually find the volume overwhelming. The most successful approach is little and often, with routine practice and ongoing consolidation. PACES is the practical element of the MRCP and evaluates examination technique, communication, clinical reasoning, and professional behaviour. You can apply for PACES as soon as you have passed Part 1. However, most candidates prefer to complete Part 2 beforehand because the enhanced clinical knowledge often supports performance in the practical exam later. PACES also requires forward planning. Exam centres are limited and preparation takes time, particularly as clinical skills need regular practice, not last-minute revision. Building good habits early in your training pays dividends here. There's no single correct order, but a common progression looks like this. Part 1 is often taken during F2 or early IMT years. Part 2, written or PACES next, depends on confidence and availability, but usually Part 2 as a next step is the most sensible approach. And then the final exam. Whichever of Part 2 or PACES remains. A typical overall timeline spans 1 to 3 years, but the pace varies widely. The crucial factor is maintaining regular, sustainable revision, not rushing through the exams or trying to memorize large amounts of information last minute. Because these exams run alongside busy medical rotations, planning is essential. Consider your rota pattern, your on-call frequency, rotation difficulty, exam dates, application windows, annual leave, personal commitments. A realistic plan allows you to build knowledge gradually. The MRCP rewards steady accumulation of understanding, not panic-driven cramming in the final weeks. Understanding the full exam pathway now allows you to make better decisions about when to begin revising and how to structure your preparation. Later in this series, I'll build a detailed strategy that uses the little and often approach to help you develop knowledge that sticks. In the next module, I'll take a closer look at Part 1, its structure, what it assesses, and how to approach early preparation effectively. Thank you for joining me for this session. When you're ready, we're going to move on to Module 3 and examine the Part 1 examination in more detail.